Hey everybody, call me Felix, and we're on our last stop on our Bohol food trip, a no-frills, long-standing local favorite restaurant in the provincial capital of Tagbilaran City, serving up simple Filipino comfort food, which you can argue was exactly what we needed if you knew where we were earlier that day. Last time we had to eat as heavy of a breakfast as possible because we were heading once more to the eastern side of Bohol from our home base in Panglao. The day prior, we were in the town of Anda, about a 3-hour drive from Panglao, just to see the beautiful white sand beaches that are still under the radar off most tourist maps, although that is changing. This time we drove from Panglao to the eastern side of Bohol, but hanging a left at the fork to see another under the radar destination in the town of Candijay called the Tagbilaran Rice Terraces, with a river running through it forming the tallest waterfall in Bohol called Umantad Falls. To get here, we had to go through stretches of steep and winding mountain roads, some of which were still under construction. After a good bit of driving through the mountains, we arrived at the Tagbilaran Rice Terraces, all in one piece. Although they might not be as awe-inspiring as the more famous rice terraces in the Cordilleras, these rice terraces in Bohol were special all the same, and the unique feature here is the waterfall formed from the river that irrigates the rice terraces. At the time, access to the Umantad Falls was blocked by landslides caused by the then recent arrival of Super Typhoon Odette, but we were satisfied enough by the drone shots capturing both the waterfalls and the rice terraces. Come to Candijay for these two best-kept wonders, as we enjoyed them with absolutely no tourists around, and I'd put them right up there with the Chocolate Hills as a must-see on your next trip to Bohol. So, after 3 additional hours of driving back to Panglao, we stopped in Tagbilaran just before crossing the channel to Panglao, as we were quite hungry from such an exhausting day trip to Candijay. For our last dinner in Bohol, we went to Payag Restaurant, one of the longer-serving Filipino restaurants in Tagbilaran, and is famous for their chicken inasal, which wouldn't have been enough to sate our hunger, and so we ordered up several fried appetizers and nilagang baka, among other things. Did we save the simplest and the best for our last on our Bohol food trip? Well, keep watching to find out.
Alright everybody, our last meal is in Bohol, is at a local place. Yeah, it's like lunch and dinner. So, to give you some context, we were at the Candijay Rice Terraces and Waterfall on the eastern side of Bohol. 3-hour drive going there, 3-hour drive going back. We are tired. So the last meal here is at a Tagbilaran City institution called Payag Restaurant. And everywhere you look, if there's any clue as to what you should order here, it must be chicken, because there are chickens everywhere in this place. You notice that? Yeah, there are chickens. Yeah, chickens. Chicken.
Everything is chicken. Around here is chicken.
Yeah. So we ordered, well, I should say I smartly ordered. They have grilled chicken. I think it's Inasal style with some pork Inasal. And then they have side orders of chicken parts, some of which are not available, by the way. They have chicken butts, fried chicken butts. And they have, what was it? Fried chicken skin chicharron. Yay. So you got the hint, everybody. This is a good old-fashioned Filipino restaurant that specializes more in Visayan food. Yes, as it should for the region, yes? Yes. We are...
Yeah, so my thought here is their food here is good, you know.
It smells like roasted chicken in here.
Yeah.
It really smells like roasted chicken in here, yes.
Because look, right outside is like, you know, it's hard to find this, only the
Yeah.
Chinese.
Yeah.
With that mark.
It's a funky looking building and I like it. It's an interesting looking building.
People come here to eat.
Yeah, so it's a good place, yeah. Yeah, we gotta check if the chicken is up to scratch. I think it's the chicken that's supposedly the specialties. Okay, let's shut this off and let's get some food. I want some drinks more like, because we're 6 hours of driving. Yeah, okay. Mango shake.
It's crazy.
Only 5 slices.
Is that all the beef?
That is.
Oh goodness.
Oh my
One
god.
for me. Okay. So food has arrived, as you can tell. Okay, eat. So the way this works is the best seller, the chicken inato and the pork inato barbecue, are on rice meals. So it looks like something that came out of Inasal. And it comes with unlimited rice. So if you're very hungry like I am and very tired, yeah, you can load up on rice if you want. I got here some fried chicken stuff to go as side orders. So we have chicken butts, I think, on the right, chicken skin on the left, and this little number is a big bowl of nilagang baka, which looks like a lot of clear soup. I don't know about the beef. I got all of it again. That's camaron rebosado over there, the shrimp, and then there's some sisig in that cast iron bowl. It wasn't really sizzling. I got here. My voice isn't exactly sizzling either. Okay. First thing I will do is to eat some chicken skin, because can you mess up chicken skin? No, sure you can. I'm sure you can. But this looks nice and crispy. Looks like some cornmeal batter. I don't think it's cornmeal, but it kind of looks like it. Yeah, it's crunchy chicken skin. But it's a teensy bit hard. I'm gonna try this chicken butt or chicken isol. This is fried, by the way, not grilled. This one I like better because it's crunchy and then it's nice and soft. With that little bit of like that, you know, like chicken butts just basically tastes like the most unctuous white meat on the chicken with that little bone in there. Okay. Where shall we go? Okay. Soup. Now, to contrast all that fried stuff, I think I will try the soup next. Now, once again, you should try the chicken stuff, but more in here, what is nilagang baka?
I thought it was the nilagang baka. Ilocos Norte.
No. You see,
I kind of like a little bit disappointed. It was only 5 pieces. Sorry to talk.
okay. You should have gotten the chicken tinola after all, but it's not native, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Not native. But I mean, look at all the chickens that are here. I mean, it's not a place where you see a lot of cows, do you? Nope. Okay. Let's try the soup. A soup has like a light ginger flavor. It's not super beefy. There's nothing like it's pretty clean, very clean. I don't see much of those, like, you know, little drops of goodness from the beef, you know, like oily goodness. It's a very clean soup. Okay. Warren gave me all the beef chunks, it looks like. I think I have to give him some because I'm so sad. For the second day in a row, we've had...
They have one here.
Oh, you got one there. Okay. He has one there. Okay, good. So here you go. A little gelatinous bit at the end. That's a good bite with some soup. There we go. The beef is pretty tender. Whatever's over it. It almost has like a brisket-like texture. Like a brisket soup texture. Then it has this light vegetal flavor. But I like my beef soups to have unapologetically beefy flavor. Which this is not. This kind of tastes a little more like bouillon. But the beef is good. I'll give him that. Tender. think this is green bean. So you get a lot of vegetables, but I always think potato is the best complement for this kind of soup. Ugh, this green bean's taking forever to get. Okay. Nice sharp green bean. Alright. Now you get unlimited rice here. I don't know if I will avail so much of it, but let's try the Real House specialty. Try this chicken inato. It really looks like chicken in Inasal. Let's give this a try, from the drumstick to the thigh. It's more like a soy sauce flavor, yeah. It's closer to Mang Inasal in flavor profile. But juicier, I would say. Juicier. I think you have some vinegar and some calamansi here. Get this part here then. There we go. That vinegar brightens it up some. But yeah. I'm finding it to be like a better made Mang Inasal. That's what it tastes like. But for me, it doesn't have like that signature crust that you get from chicken Inasal. And more of that zingy calamansi flavor running through the, let's say, turmeric and other things. Because it's not really so much about the soy sauce with chicken Inasal, or at least really good one. It's more about the zingy calamansi flavor running through, and that crust, that signature crust with that kind of like more of a turmeric profile. Okay, pork time. I use leaner parts of pork here. Basically the same flavor profile as this. It's kind of a little saltier. It finishes saltier than I would like. And I can see why they have unlimited rice, because it's a teensy bit salty. Okay. Should have some of this camaron rebosado. I know shrimp look like they're a little bit small, shall we say. The shrimp batter is really disappointingly flabby. No crunch there. They're just like flabby batter. Last but not least, I guess I should try some sisig. Oh, by the way, this mango shake kind of tastes like mango ice cream. That's a little too sugary, I would say. Okay, sisig time. Put that on the rice there. It looks like a lot of now, like I've always said, if you would have crispy sisig versus gelatinous sisig, I would always take the latter. This looks like the latter. A lot of pork bits, especially those fatty bits, the skin bits, all kind of diced finely. Alright, there we go. Interesting. Okay. It's a teensy bit dry. And it has more of a liver flavor more than it does something that's really porky. Yeah. So I think all in all, I'm finding this like distinctly average. How about you, Warren?
Yeah, it is.
Really average.
I want to say that there's a lot of stuff.
Tastes like liver,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mainly liver.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's like chili and calamansi,
Yeah.
like lasuna,
Yeah.
but there's no.
Tastes very basic.
Yeah.
I mean that. Don't really love the liver flavor myself. I'm not saying that. I mean, it's relatively clean. I just don't find it all that. It's a little bit of a surprise because I mean, you put some liver in there, but really to add more body to it, but not really as the predominant flavor. Okay, but like I said, distinctly average. Okay. I think I'll probably eat more of this fried stuff. See, give me one. So I ordered some only rice just because so I can eat more of my fried stuff. I'm a little surprised with how well they fried this to get this one really limp. Okay, all right. Enough of that. Maybe we'll get some dessert. I don't know. Maybe need some. You know they have cheesecake.
What kind of cheesecake do they have?
They have mango and they have Oreo from what I
Oh,
remember.
good.
Yeah, oh right. Maybe we should move on to dessert. Maybe we'll have
Yeah.
a better time with that. Okay.
And that about wraps it up for our entire Bohol food trip. Going into our first trip to Bohol, we knew what to expect from the beautiful scenery, even if some of it was ravaged from the super typhoon that had passed. And we saw plenty of beautiful natural sights to behold in the province. We didn't know what to expect when it came to the food in Bohol, as usually overshadowed by Cebu, Bacolod, and Iloilo as the Visayas' main culinary destinations. To our very pleasant surprise, we saw a Bohol with an up-and-coming food scene that deserves to be explored. You can find good traditional Filipino food, of course, and restaurants along Alona Beach that cater to foreign clientele. We didn't quite expect to find a fantastic Spanish restaurant that braved everything that came its way and still serves excellent Spanish food that will rival any you'll find in Metro Manila. And that place is Bougainvillea in Panglao. There's a 52-ounce Kitayama Wagyu T-bone steak at Smokey Bistro in Tagbilaran that's calling out your name, as well as various gastropub favorites. You'll find good traditional Filipino food in Tagbilaran and on Panglao Island, even in the modern Fort Rich Food Park in Dawis, where you can chow down on lechon de Bohol, some really funky pork dishes that might be a bit much, but hey, you have to try that local Boholano flavor, and you can find tuslo bua or pig brain fondue, that famed Cebuano street delicacy there too. Lastly, there's one more bonus thing you can ask your crew when you go island hopping and dolphin watching off Panglao Island. You can ask them to fetch you the freshest sea urchins you'll ever taste. They're an experience of their own. Oh, and don't forget when you see the tarsiers to try out a super mealworm, which as our Manobo guide said was so delicioso. But don't take his word for it or Cousin JP's word for it either, and definitely not me because I didn't want to try the grassy corn mealworms myself. Just don't be afraid to try wow out for your very own fear factor moment. So, hopefully our Bohol food trip series filled you in on some tips on where to eat and what to do in Bohol. There are still a couple of bonus videos from our Bohol travels that have yet to be published, but for now, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up as those help a lot, and better yet, subscribe for more of our food and travel adventures to come. Until the next time, keep cool, bed care, and remember, the empire never ended.